The Nobel Prize in Physics is one of the 5 prizes founded by the Swedish inventor Alfred Nobel and awarded on 10 December every year. Before Alfred Nobel died on 10 December 1896, he wrote in his will that the largest part of his fortune should be placed in a fund. The yearly interest on this fund would pay for a prize given to those who, during the preceding year, shall have conferred the greatest benefit to humankind. The interest would be divided into 5 equal parts, with 1 part awarded to those who shall have made the most important discovery or invention within the field of physics. In recent years, artificial intelligence, or AI, has become a common topic of discussion in our society, and we encounter new applications for AI in everyday life with increasing frequency. The Nobel Prize in Physics 2024 recognizes methods that provide an important basis for the development of AI. AI is usually based on what is called machine learning with artificial neural networks. Machine learning means training a computer to be able to chat, for example, or to drive a car or interpret images of faces and plants. John Hopfield is a professor at Princeton University in the United States. Geoffrey Hinton is a professor at the University of Toronto in Canada. The technique was initially inspired by the structure of the brain. The brain is made up of neurons, or cells, that are interconnected with one another. Artificial neural networks are constructed as simulations inside computers. In an artificial neural network, the brain cells are represented by nodes, or points, that are connected together with one another. The nodes can have different values, like 0 or 1, or other types of values. The nodes influence one another by making the links between them stronger or weaker. Training the network makes the links between nodes of the same value stronger, and links between nodes of different value weaker. John Hopfield found inspiration in physics descriptions of the way the many small parts of a system influence the system as a whole. Hopfield invented a network that can save and recreate patterns. We can think of the nodes in a network as pixels in an image. Information is stored in a way that is comparable to the formation of a landscape. When the network is being trained, each pattern that is stored forms a valley of low energy in the landscape. When a distorted or incomplete image is fed into the network, it passes through the nodes and updates their values so that the network's energy falls. The network thus works stepwise to find the saved image that is most like the imperfect one that was fed into it. Geoffrey Hinton created a new network based on the Hopfield network, and he called it the Boltzmann machine. Hinton used tools from statistical physics, the science of systems built from many similar components, such as atoms in a gas. In the Boltzmann machine, there are 2 layers, one with visible nodes on which information is fed in and interpreted, and another with hidden nodes that impact how the network functions as a whole. The Boltzmann machine can learn to distinguish characteristic attributes from a data set. The machine can be trained by feeding it examples that are very likely to arise when the machine is run. The Boltzmann machine can be used to classify images or create new examples of the type of pattern on which it was trained. For example, it can be used to recommend movies or television shows based on the viewer's own personal preferences. Machine learning is used in many different fields today. In physics, for example, machine learning is used to search for planets in other solar systems, known as exoplanets. Many researchers today are working to develop different areas of use for machine learning. It remains to be seen which applications will turn out to be most useful. Meanwhile, there is an ongoing discussion of ethical questions surrounding how the technology should be developed and utilized. In addition to providing us with valuable new tools, could AI also pose a threat to human values? In an interview given in conjunction with the announcement of the 2024 Nobel Prize in Physics, Geoffrey Hinton discussed his research and how he sees the development of AI. When asked whether he saw himself as a data scientist or a physicist when he invented his method, he said his foremost motivation had been to understand how the brain works. Hinton also described the anxiety he feels about the development of AI and how important it is for the big technology companies to take responsibility for and invest resources in research on security and control.